right, everybody, welcome back to the Sideshow. My name is Mingo.
This is Tony.
I'm Seabass.
And we took a week off just because it was fucking hot. And Tony works outside. And, well...
Actually, another one of the reasons is because the wife and I took a day off last week. We went to the beach.
Oh, nice.
So, the day we could have recorded, I don't remember why we didn't. Maybe it was because it was hot. I don't know.
I think that's what it was. I don't remember what it was either. It was because you said, "Oh, I could do this day."
You're right.
And then I was like, "Well, you said that you said something about it being hot that day," and I was like, "Well, dude, if it's too much, like, take a day, dude. Like this weather's too fucking it's too much." I mean, one of our friends, Champ, the other day said that he had heat exhaustion doing a job, dude. I
actually spoke to him.
Did you really?
Yeah, because he was in the attic for a few hours fixing stuff.
Oh, wow.
And he said it was like 130 degrees in it.
Jesus.
I was like, wow. I mean, you in there with non-circulating air, fiberglass insulation. And where he went wrong is when he came down, a cold drink. If you're like dehydrated and you're overheating,
right,
you're not supposed to take something that's very cold.
Right, because it shoots you kind of like in a shock, right? It's the same like when like us doing this. Like I shouldn't be drinking a cold drink because when you drink a cold drink and your larynx are warm, it'll fuck up your throat.
Oh, I was gonna say, I know you ain't saying you overheating.
Oh hell no! I'm hot as it is when I walk, like just because of my size. I'm naturally hot, but no, it's because your larynx are hot, and if you add cold to it, it fucks it up. That's why sometimes I can't talk at a low level. My voice is all fucked up. I fucked them up over the years doing that shit. Always had a cold Coke.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I thought your vocal cords were a muscle.
Well, they are.
And you could ruin them, and they're it's a done deal.
Yeah, absolutely.
Huh?
But you're talking like I was on the air from 6 to 10. And then I did be in a meeting from, noon to 1:30, and then I was on the air from 2 to 5. So it's just hours on hours of talking and then drinking cold soda with it all day long. And I was just putting too much strain on it. You know what I mean?
You're just talking.
It's like a prostitute if she gives too much.
It ain't like you're singing.
Sure it is.
Putting stress on it.
Well, but you're talking from your gut.
Dog, you're just talking.
No. Well, when you're in the morning, it's just talking, but you're also more animated and you're all blah blah blah. But when you're doing the other one, it's like, hey, you're listening to you're listening to Mega 103.5. My name is Mingo. Blah 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 blah, and you're on and gone. So it's hot and it's fast, and you're talking over music. So you're trying to match all that shit. Yeah, dude, it's not just talking. Fuck off. Come on, it's just a cleaning a pool.
He's saying that what you were number one for most of your life doesn't mean shit.
Yeah, right? Whatever, Tony. I'm going to bring something up. And I want you to... It's going to be happening in Fantasyland. What I'm going to ask you about, okay? Only because it's going to be you not being married to answer this question honestly. It's nothing that'll get you into trouble. It's nothing crazy, but I just want to... It just has to come out like this, okay? So, have you ever in your life been approached by a working woman? And I'm not talking about a chick that works at the post office, a chick that works at the bank, a professional woman. And I'm not talking about works as a lawyer or anything. I'm talking about a professional.
I've been approached by strippers in a club,
not the same.
but not by a professional woman. No.
Okay. Sebastian, have you ever been approached by anybody like that?
I look like I'm 12. No, I haven't.
Very true. I guess that would be really bad if you got approached by somebody like that. So this is really weird. This has happened to me twice in my life. The first time
happened yesterday.
The first time I was in Hayward.
I think he
makes
told
sense.
us that.
And we were at the and I was at a gas station or at a car wash, and she was hot, bro. girl. She was fine as
Come
all get out.
on, stop.
And so she said, "Do I know you?" And I was like, "I don't think so." She said, "Are you a cop?" No. The hell makes you say that? Oh, well, you just the haircut, and I thought maybe I knew you from before. I'm like, no. And then she started telling me that this is what she does for. Oh, well, if you ever need, a friend or whatever, blah, blah, blah. Here's my number. You can call me and hang out. It's about 150, whatever she said at the time or whatever. And I was like, what the fuck? I was like, all right, cool. Like, and she left and I'm sitting there scratching my head. And I'm like, I should have known. I've never been approached by a woman out in the wild.
Okay, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Were you alone getting your car washed?
Yes.
Had you known what the deal was, would you have taken her up on it?
Probably.
Is that right?
Yeah, why not?
Oh, yeah.
Hoes got to eat too?
At what point in your life were you at that time? Were you separated before you got married?
Oh, no, we were divorced and had been divorced at least 2 years by this time, 3 years by this time. And separated a good 5 or 6.
Okay.
So it was a good time to...
Yeah?
Yeah. I never did. I tried calling her one time because I had questions when I got on the air. Because I wanted
kept the number?
Yeah. Because I wanted to know, like, hey, dude, so, like, what do you charge? Like, how do you know who to approach? Do you start the conversation like you did with me? Like, how does all that shit work? Blah, 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 right? But she didn't answer.
Well, you would have had to pay for that too. You know that, right?
Yeah, probably. I wouldn't have paid for answers. If I was going to do that, I might as well meet up with her, have it out while I'm asking her questions. You know what I mean? So, on Facebook, I was on Facebook. So on Facebook, they have this thing where you go on, and if you're single, they send you pictures and profiles of other singles that you may be interested in.
Who does?
The Facebook, the algorithm. If you're
Really?
single, it'll send you these links to people.
But they also have a dating thing on there.
Oh, they have a
On
dating
Facebook,
app on there too? Okay. So and you can go on there and it'll give you the profile. Hey, so and so lives here. They're within a couple miles of you. They're interested in this kind of stuff. This, and this. And then they give you like 3 or 4 pictures of that person, and then you can either put an X like no, I'm not interested, or yes, a heart like
hold on,
like she not bad.
Is this something new?
Oh, it's been around for a while.
And do you opt for that option?
You can, yeah.
Wow.
So the other day, for some reason, they started coming up on my thing more, and I think it was since the last time that we talked about, where I was like, yeah, I need to find somebody. It's time, like I'm, you know what I mean? I'm ready to go out and go find somebody, right? So all of a sudden, all these things start popping up, and there was one where this girl said that she liked my picture or whatever, and I was like, I looked at her, but anyways, so this other girl went on and said that she liked my picture, and I saw her, and I was like, God damn, she's bad, bro. But I was like, come on. You know what I mean? Like, I know I don't look good in pictures. I never have. I'm not photogenic. I'm good in person. I'm cool, but photogenic. Why you laugh, fucker? What kind of bullshit is that, Tony?
No, you do look
No
good in
kind of
person.
confidence boost from this fucker at all.
Don't look at
no
me.
matter
Don't
what
look at
I
me for
do,
help.
no matter what I say to this guy, there's nothing ever positive. Nothing ever.
No, you're right. You're not photogenic. It's correct.
Oh, shit. That's
Nice
the one
save.
thing that you choose to say I'm right about. Yeah, you don't take good pictures, fucker. You're right. Jesus Christ, Tony.
I was like, God damn, you are ugly in pictures.
So I went on and I liked it back or whatever. Instantly, she hits me up. Hey, babe, how's it going? Blah, blah.
Babe?
I was like, yeah. I was like, I'm cool. How are you? Right? And then, so then it goes on. Oh, so where are you from? Where are you at? Just outside of Palm Springs. Oh, I live in Palm Springs. Oh, cool. She said, so do you want to hang out? I was like, hang out? I was like, yeah, I guess. Why not? And she says, okay, well, I charge though, right? And I was like, Well, for what and how much? Right? Because you got to ask these questions because nobody ever knows. Like, there's nowhere you can go that gives you like the current rates for girls. Right?
Wasn't there something? There was another, like a Craigslist thing. We had a cop friend that they used to bust people going on these Backpage.
Backpage?
You never heard of Backpage.com?
No.
It's defunct now or debunked. People, women, men too, I guess. Depends on the category. And it used to be like 25 roses, and I guess a rose meant $1. But it was roses, so legally they
couldn't get you for
yeah.
Okay. So she hits me up, just talking to her, and she says, "Yeah, it's $200 for 4 hours." In my head, 4 hours. So bitch, we can cut this down to like $25, and we'll have plenty of time to talk. I'm cool. You know what I mean? Let's be honest. What are we gonna do for fucking 4 hours? Like, I'm gonna have to. Okay, so 4 hours divided by 3.5. Like, so that's how many Viagra pills am I gonna need for? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
well, dog, you figure.
Dude, no, wait. I know where you're going. And you're gonna do fucking 20-year-old math. I'm fucking 50. I'm almost 51.
Well, you just said Viagra. That brings you back to 21.
That's if it doesn't stop my heart before. You know what I mean? I'd have to start off with like half or a quarter Viagra. You're like, look, bitch, I got it up halfway. You're gonna have to do the rest of the work because I only took a little bit of the Viagra. So it was. She said it was $200 for 4 hours, and I was like, "Hey, that's cool." I said, "Let's."
Is that why you asked me for money the other day?
I was trying to get it all together. I told her, I said, "You know what?" Because it wasn't payday that weekend. It was this past weekend. So I was like, "Hey, why don't we do it next week? Because that works a little bit better. My kids will be out of town on Saturday night, so then we can hang out." Okay, cool. Fuck, 3 days later, she was off the app. She was nowhere to be found on there anymore. I thought, man, $200, that could have been cool.
Okay, hold on 1 second. What do you mean next week?
It wasn't payday, Tony. I didn't have the $200 to give her, and I didn't have money for a hotel. God. I wasn't going to put it on a credit card.
Number one, your first mistake is, what do you mean bring her over here? You just said my kids will be gone.
Tony. That's rule number 1.
What?
You never bring a hoe home.
That's what I'm saying. So why are you saying my kids will be gone?
Well, because then I could go out without, hey, well, where you going, Dad? Hey, Dad, what? You're going to go
like
where?
We fucking ask you questions.
Yeah,
like
number
that.
one, like if they're going to ask.
long.
And number two, they're going to be, oh, you need a tip? I got, hey, we'll tip her for you.
Right? Thank God, Dad. Jesus, you need to calm down.
Here's an extra 100 for another hour.
Shit. Here's an extra 100. Have her go home early before she kills you. Is what you mean.
Or herself.
So here's my question. Right? Because we all know the song, right? You can't turn a hoe into a housewife, right? Back in the day, just a saying everybody used to go, you can't turn a hoe into a housewife, right? There's plenty of people that are in the adult movie industry that are married. And I'm talking people that take, like, facials, they do butt work, they do, double penetration, they do all the sexual acts that could possibly be done.
Right.
They do, right? And they're married. 2 questions for you. First of all, is it kind of like a mechanic? So she does all her best work on screen, and when they go home, all their fucking cars are in the yard because they don't want to work on them. So their sex life at home is shit. Or, would that create excitement at home?
Well, there's what's the saying? There's a bolt for every nut.
Right.
That's a world that they both understand. They're both into They both know what they're getting into. You know, both parties might actually do the same type of work.
Okay. I'm gonna say a name to you. And I don't want you to respond on air whether you know this person or not, because I don't want you to get in trouble.
Okay, time out. You want to tell me after my wife hears this, she's not going to say, what was your response? What's going to be the difference?
Have you ever heard of denial?
I'm still going to come at you like you don't know whether you do or you don't.
Okay.
All right. Jenna Jameson?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you were just supposed to shake your head.
My bad.
You said it all out loud for your old lady to know. Now what you know, Tito Ortiz was a UFC fighter. He was a champion for a while. One of the beginners of bringing the UFC to where it's at today. We'll give him that much. Jenna Jameson, super famous porn star. She was a pretty lady.
This is like the 80s, too, right? The 80s.
Probably
She
late
peaked,
80s, early 90s.
She peaked around,
Yeah. And very famous, very well known in the industry. Well, she ended up marrying Tito Ortiz.
Right.
They have kids together, right?
Yes.
She ended up getting some sort of weird autoimmune disease where she can't walk anymore or something like that, right?
I remember when she got it and things were happening. I don't know where it led up to.
That has nothing to do with what I'm about to ask you, but let me ask you this. Would you or could you ever marry or be with somebody that was in the adult industry?
I thought you were going to say disabled.
That's next.
Probably not. Because I'm not part of that world.
No?
No. Probably not.
You don't think that you could be the guy you are today? And what I mean by that is what you do for a living, have all the friends that you do, blah, blah, blah. And you married this porn star and you went over to Big Lou's for New Year's. You couldn't walk into Big Lou's with a porn star wife and hang out for New Year's.
Big Lou would know who she was.
Huh?
Big Lou would know who she was.
As a wife, no.
Yeah, they probably hang out more with her than with
As a wife, no.
his girlfriend, side piece.
Like if God forbid I was divorced and that was my date for the night, yeah, that I can see that happening.
So, I mean, I ain't trying to cause no problems or nothing, but so you're saying that if you got divorced, you would get your friends?
I would do what?
You'd get the friends in the divorce? You'd get Lou and Rob and Champ.
You know what? That's a very good question.
Because you didn't even come up on Ivan's list for emergency list, so you halfway out the door.
No, he did. He came up third.
Oh yeah.
You know what? That's a very good question. Who gets the friends?
I think it's safe to say you get the male friends.
Yeah, that's a really good question.
Well, but she's good. She's good friends with all of their wives.
I think. Wow.
I don't think you'd ever be able to take them on a cruise again.
I think there because she's friends with all their wives.
Yes, but I think Robert and I are the friends. If that makes sense.
Okay.
So I think I would keep Rob. Marta and Ivan. Marta's my wife's friend.
Yeah, Ivan's not coming to you.
Yeah, so I think she keeps them.
I don't even think Ivan would acknowledge you in town if he saw you.
So she keeps them.
Okay.
Champ is we're related.
That's family,
so yeah. So the real question is Big Lou.
Yeah.
Now, I'm leaning towards that. I would keep Louise because him and I are more friends than the wives are. Now, but that one could be a rotation, if you will.
Okay.
So, like, if the wife
weekends and holidays.
Yeah, but what happens like when each of you start dating somebody new, and he came by and he was here. Oh yeah, did he bring somebody? Oh yeah, he brought so and so. Whoop whoop and then you start causing drama, like you know what I mean? Like that's inevitable. Those are things that'll happen regardless. And I ain't trying, like I said, we ain't just a scenario. It's not happening. There's nothing there. Just
wow, that's a
weird question, right?
Yeah. I think we should have went widower.
So you'd rather her be
divorce.
dead, or you be dead?
Well, he gonna end up that way anyways. 'Cause she gonna... hold on, we're gonna circle back to that. Sebastian, could you ever date a woman that was in the adult industry?
Probably. I don't know.
Well, I'm sure you're familiar with all the terms anyway. So,
Oh, thanks.
is there a certain kind of film
when there's
star?
30 guys that's standing around her, no.
Yeah, if she was a bukkake star, would you be able to kiss her on the
I
forehead
just
good night?
said no to that.
So the degree of acts, would that make a difference? Okay, let's double back to you. Could you marry one, wife one up?
I don't know, because here's my take on it. Here's my sick thought process, right? So I know everybody has a past. All women suck dick. I get it, but not all of them suck dick on camera professionally. So there's not proof of it. I didn't see it. I don't know. It didn't happen. Right? To where if she's in the film industry, oh, I did. Look here, let me show you. And there's a fucking line of guys waiting for her to, you know what I mean? And how do you get away from that? Like, I don't know.
This is one of those episodes where I'm scared of telling people that I'm on a podcast. That's the second time you've made sounds like sucking dick.
Yeah,
But back to the degree of acts that she would do. What if she was just in a couple of movies and it really didn't get that crazy?
well, let's okay. Well, then let's put it in this range, okay?
Because you're talking about a line of guys.
So let's talk about, okay, so like Skinamax, right? Where they get you to where everybody's breathing hard, they're panting, it's about to
Right.
happen, and then switch scenes. Or they're just laying there with each other now, right?
Right.
There's no money shot, if you will, right? What about with somebody like that? Because on those, there's no penetration. Because they don't show penetration, right?
No.
They're just... It's like you're watching 15-year-old... Well, I shouldn't say that.
Jesus fucking
15.
Christ.
I backed off of that when I said it, because
shit.
in my head I was
We're getting
remembering
canceled.
myself at
You
15,
had
dry
15-year-olds in your head?
dry humping back in the day. It's kind of like that, right? Like,
Holy shit.
but so that maybe somebody like that, I guess it would be okay. But then you got to wonder, well, but you felt his schlong on you. How do you know you're
not only
not
that,
about that
Let me,
person?
all right,
No.
let me ask you this.
That's not how that
What
works.
about the fact that she's just completely nude on the movie? And even though there's no actual penetration, they're portraying penetration, but it's the fact that she's completely nude and doing the role playing the act. Would that bother you? I mean, how much is it the actual act of it versus her actually being in it?
That's a very good question. I don't know, because part of me was like,
Because your friends could still watch her, whether it was a Skinamax movie or an actual.
right, they may be at home rubbing one out to her without you.
Yeah.
That's a very good question. I don't know, because part of me when you started that was like, oh yeah, well, that's, there's nothing really going on. I mean, but she's paying the rent, she's making good money, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, it's a profession, right? Like she's an actress. It's good, right? But then the other part of it is that, like, do you really want other people to know what your old lady looks like without clothes on?
And do you actually tell your friends? Let's say she just did a couple movies.
Not your friends.
It didn't go anywhere. She's not famous. She's especially not famous for it. She got a regular job now.
Well, let's be honest. There's two guys that we hang out with in that group that would probably know who she was.
Why are you trying to throw them under the bus?
They're already under the fucking bus. They're
Well, okay, but again,
the Mexican quagmire.
let's say you met somebody
Okay.
and you had no idea, and you're dating for a little while.
Could you imagine she didn't tell you when you go over there and they know who she is?
Well, that wasn't the road I was going on. The road I was going to say was you got to the point to where she does tell you, and she says, well, if you look up this movie or this movie, you'll see me, and you do. And they're not bad, but again, she was younger at that point in time, da-da-da. Do you tell your friends?
Well, okay. So, yes.
You do?
Yeah, fuck yeah. Because I think that the dickhead in me says, I got me a bad broad. She was so bad she was in porn flicks. Cause
hold on, time out.
What?
She don't have to be bad to be in a porn flick.
How many ugly chicks have you seen in porn?
I don't know, but
she don't have to be bad. You know what I mean? She's not gonna look up your search history.
She fucking might.
But I mean, you're thinking of a top 10. Let's bring it down to reality and say she was a 7 or an 8.
If it's a 7, I'm skipping it.
Fuck that. She could be down to about a 5.
Okay, let's say a 5. I mean,
as fuck.
She just needed a couple of dollars. They needed an extra. So I understand what you're saying. You're thinking Gemma Jameson at her prime, but no.
Hold on, it's not that I'm desperate. I mean, I've dug ditches for a fucking plumber in the desert in 115 degree weather. Money's fucking money.
Apples and oranges.
No, they're the same. Because I was digging just as hard as she was.
She wasn't digging.
Well, she was getting dug.
Somebody else.
You know what I mean? Yeah, but I think the showman.
But here,
I guess.
Okay, but here's the thing. If you tell your friends, which includes their wives, that first night, things might be cool because you just sprung it on them. But every night after that is going to be awkward.
Well, it all depends.
If they go and do research.
Because I think that you tell them that night, and everybody but maybe one out of that group would be like, no, let's not. Because all the dudes go, let's fucking look her up. Let's see what she did. Let's see what she's all about. Right? Because that's just it's natural. That's what most people do.
I think they would do it on their own. I don't think as a group they say, let's look her up.
I think you're full of shit.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I think the dudes.
I think they would get together to do that.
I think as soon as you leave, somebody would already be on their fucking phone looking it up. They might even do that shit in front of you. Oh shit! Well, let's see what she's all about. Let's see what she did.
I think they would have.
Because I would.
And you would make that announcement, is what I'm saying. I can understand everyone doing it on their own after they went home, but not there after this particular couple leaves, or you leave with her, and then they say, fellas, let's look it up.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to do that.
Yeah, I think so. I think you're tripping.
Really?
Yeah.
I think you trust your friends too much.
As a matter of fact, I think what would happen while you're telling them, they're going to look it up, and they're going to watch it, and they're going to see it, and then they're going to restart it and tap the person next to them and hand them the phone while you're telling this story about how you really dig this chick or whatnot, and they're all watching her get banged out.
I'll be honest with you, I don't think so.
No?
No. I think they would see it, but I think they would look at on their own at home and pretend that they didn't.
Tony, what? Okay, so what? I think there's maybe 2 people that may not be that brazen. That would be like, oh shit, that's cool, that's crazy. Like, I don't think Champ and I don't think Ivan would do that. But I think Rob and Lou, oh shit, let me go get the laptop.
Again, I think they would. I think all of them would do it, but just on their own.
I think they do it at the party, and I think that you would egg it on quietly. Not that you would you're not going to be sitting front and center to watch it, but you're going, oh shit, damn amigo, you know what I mean? Okay, so what did we decide? You if she's in soft porn, yes or no? You could marry her or date her.
I could, again,
Soft porn.
Hypothetically, I could date anybody if I wanted to.
Okay. Sebastian?
Hardcore, softcore, don't matter.
Soft porn?
Yeah, probably.
Okay to date. Okay.
But
So
marry is a whole different story.
okay. So now we're talking about facials, anal, and regular sex. Okay.
It could be the whole gamut.
Could you date or marry?
I could date.
Okay, so you could date anybody, but not marry.
Not marry, no.
Okay, Sebastian.
I don't know.
There was the 49ers quarterback, Garoppolo or something like that. A couple years back, he started dating a porn star. And it was one of those things that, you know, it was weird because, like, they were going out in public. So, you know, I was like, wow, he's got a set on him to hold her hand walking into the restaurant type deal.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, regular porn. You're saying date, but not marry. Date, maybe.
I don't know.
Okay. Fucking fetish shit, like fisting, whatever else they're like, whatever else they do in these crazy videos, leather, change, chips, dips, and whips. Somebody you could. What if it's somebody that does fucking fetish shit that has a mask on, and they can't tell who she is? She's told you that that's what she does.
If there was no way that anyone would find out that was her unless it was told, then I wouldn't mention it.
Sebastian?
Until we broke up.
No what?
No, I wouldn't. I don't even care. That
No?
shit's fucking gross.
What's gross?
The fisting shit, all the fetish shit. It's
Oh.
nasty.
Okay.
I wouldn't say it's all nasty.
I just learned a little bit about your wife, Tony.
Fuck, Tony.
And well, hold on a second. A
That's
fetish
why it's
ain't
called a
necessary.
fetish is because
No,
some
that's
people
just
like
something
it,
you're into.
Some people don't.
What was that? Hold on.
Some people like it, some people don't. That's why it's a fetish.
yeah. I mean,
Clearly I don't.
I like my back scratched.
Well, but fetishes are all different.
It could be anything.
Yeah. Like toe sucking, it could be.
Yeah, I just said that I don't like it, and here we are talking about it.
Well, but because there's a gamut of it, how do you know that there's not something that you do like?
We're definitely not talking about it on here, that's for sure.
They're having your nipples pinched or clamped.
Yeah, I'm done with this.
It could
I'm
be
over
something that you do like.
I'm over it.
Tony,
Run your fingers through my hair. That could be a fetish.
your back hair or your chest hair? Yeah, I just, that's weird. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I could do it.
Do what?
I think like the soft porn maybe.
Are you talking date or marry?
Well, date, just I'm like you. If it's
Okay.
date, I could date anybody, but marry, I don't
Yeah, marry. I couldn't do it.
know. I mean, obviously, there's probably going to be a prenup anyways.
And don't get me wrong. If we were to move somewhere that I didn't know anybody, okay, now it's a possibility.
Well, wait a minute. Okay, so let's say you married somebody. Let's say you dated somebody that was in the industry. They were up for an award at the AVNs.
You got to remember something too. I got to really stress: if you are really in that world, that's something you're really into that world.
Right.
I mean, for AVN type stuff, I mean, I would have to be really comfortable in that world.
Yeah, that was going to be my question. Like, let's say you're dating this chick, and she was supposed to get an award at the AVNs, which is the Adult Video.
News
No, what is it?
network.
Yeah, maybe it is networks, but they have like the AVN awards, right?
Yeah.
So you go and it's like the Academy Awards for
Right.
pornography.
Yeah.
So let's say she's up for Comedy Actress of the Year. Right? Well, maybe she won the anal award, like whatever the categories fucking are, right? So she's up for one. Do you go with her?
No. Because again, she's just my girlfriend. We're just dating, not even a girlfriend. We're just dating, and the way I am now, I'm not in that world. So yeah, I'm gonna have to pass.
Sebastian, if you were dating a girl and she was up for an award at the in the adult,
have to.
then you'd have to just to show support.
You have to, yeah.
That would be a difficult one. I think that's
really no. I'd pass. It ain't worth it.
Well, I think Sebastian's right. To some degree, you have to show a little bit of support. Unless it's something that you guys have already discussed ahead of time. And say, hey, listen, but how do you tell her, hey, listen, you know what?
I'm not comfortable
You
with
suck
you being
cock
a
on
whore.
film. I don't want to be seen with you I don't want to be seen with you in public. Or at least not at an award ceremony.
It's more like I'm not in that world, so yeah, I'm not going. I'm good. Oh, then we're gonna break up. Okay, it was
Yeah,
it
but
was
that's
fun.
that's like saying, you know, well, no, I don't want to do that because I don't want to compare to. That's like your wife is an aviator. She's a fucking pilot and she's gonna win some award. And yeah, you know what? I'm not fucking going. I'm not into airplanes.
But again, you're saying that's my wife.
That's different. There's not a stigma against pilots.
Sure, there is. Alcoholics and drug addicts.
That's alcoholics and drug addicts, not
Well,
pilots.
And again, I'm not
Yeah,
saying
pilots.
No.
necessarily a stigma against it. I'm just saying this is my wife going up for this award.
All right.
I not somebody I'm dating.
Right.
Now, if I was dating an aviator and she wanted me to go, I'd probably go. Yeah.
I get it. It makes sense. I don't know if I would be all that comfortable going up for.
Now the real question is, when somebody hits you on Facebook again and tells you it's $200, are you going to wait till the kids are?
No, I'm gonna fucking call you. Go, hey, Tony. Look, dude, I'm like $100 short, bro. I know you say you worried about me. So, can I borrow $100?
Man, I can't believe you passed that up.
Come on. Really? Like you'd pay for it? I mean,
I-
if you were me, you'd pay for it?
Well, yeah, I probably would.
Really?
And I'm not trying. I hope
Here he goes again.
Yeah, I
Go
hope
ahead.
I hope we remain friends. But how long has it been?
I hope we remain friends.
Don't look at me. I'm not helping no
Holy
goddamn
shit.
body.
How long has it been?
It's been a while.
Okay.
I've been back about 6 years now, probably.
Dog.
There's some rust in the pipes.
That's what I'm saying.
You need to go get that checked out.
God damn, it has been that long.
It's like if you change your own oil in the car. Okay, once in a while, it might be nice to take it somewhere and get it handled for you.
Let somebody get under there. And,
Yeah.
All right. Enough of the prostitute talk. Tony's getting too personal with it now. Okay. So Chick-fil-A versus Popeyes versus Cane's.
Chick-fil-A is over fucking rated. 100%.
I
I waited in
personally-
line at that goddamn Chick-fil-A for 45 fucking minutes. I came home, I sat down, opened my shit, ate it, and was disappointed.
Okay, did you get the spicy?
No, fuck the spicy.
Okay, well, there's first of all, the regular chicken sandwich is okay.
There's no sauce. And I'm not going to get pickles because pickles suck.
See, you
So it was
ruined
fucking gross.
You gotta
No,
get the
Chick-fil-A ruined
spicy
it by opening.
with the pickle.
No.
I don't like pickles, and I like the pickle on that sandwich.
No.
So
Gross.
now maybe it's because I didn't wait in line for it that I didn't have that to it. I thought when I got it and I opened the sandwich and I took a bite, I thought, fuck it, that's better than fucking Cane's.
I'd rather eat at Cane's. I'd rather eat at KFC.
Really? No.
Than fucking Chick-fil-A?
Yeah, they're
absolutely.
Worlds apart. KFC and Chick-fil-A are fucking worlds apart.
Did you get the spicy?
No, I got the regular one.
What?
Because I didn't order it. Somebody brought it to me. I can't be fucking... Oh, fuck, I don't want it. It's fucking spicy. And it's only got one fucking pickle. What's wrong with you? No. It was brought to me.
Okay.
And so I didn't have a chance to tell them that that's what I wanted. I got what I got. And I thought it was a cut above Raising Cane's.
Okay. With that being said, before we go any further, had you got the spicy, you'd have been like, yes, this is really good.
And
it's that much of a difference.
And everybody talks how great their mac and cheese is.
I'm not a fan.
I didn't like it.
Yeah.
I didn't like it at all. That was my first day. I took a bite of that. I was like Tony. I was like, oh, yeah, I don't like it.
It was Monday of last week we were supposed to record.
Okay.
We canceled late in the afternoon.
Correct.
Before I was able to tell my old lady that we had canceled, she got off of work and she called me and she's like, hey, I'm driving by Chick-fil-A. The line's not that bad. You want me to stop? And I was like, sure, we can have Chick-fil-A for dinner. No problem. She goes, should I get the boys something? I said, what boys? She said, Mingo and Seabass.
Wow. That feels good.
And I was like...
He's being bummed about being third on the fucking med list, but we don't even... The boys? What are you talking about?
We don't even fucking register.
I don't have boys.
It's all right. No, go ahead.
Okay.
No, continue. About your shit.
Okay, so you're gonna really laugh about this one. I said, what boys? She goes, Mingo and Seabass. I said, why the fuck would you get them sandwiches?
Wow.
You're gonna... Again, because in my head... I'm not gonna see you. Why is she getting you sandwiches?
Right.
Why, I mean, are you? And the next question would have been, are you gonna go take it to them? Because obviously they're down the street from you.
She could have.
Yeah. But then she goes. I was like, why would you get them sandwiches? She goes, because you guys are recording tonight. I was like, oh no, we're not recording tonight. I said, nah, fuck them. In a good way, though.
He probably didn't say we didn't cancel. He just said, nah, fuck them.
Wow. Probably because I told him, I said, hey, well, it's up to you. I said, we can record, we could not. He says, oh, I told my old lady we might not. And she just said, I said, oh, so you're using the old my old lady said no, what do you call it? Excuse. All right. So then he spills the truth himself. You see that? Just got to give him enough time to let him talk. He gives it all up. So how was it? Did you choke on it? I mean...
You know what? This might have been like 2 weeks ago then, or another time. Did we switch days? The week before last?
I think
because
I think we did it on a
I've
Wednesday.
eaten it. We've had it twice.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
And that was the second time.
Okay.
So, yeah, that was the second time. Did I talk to you? Did we say that I ate there last week?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
It wasn't not last, but the week before. And I think that you said that on that one you had choked on it.
Did I?
Yeah, you took a bite.
Probably
and
did.
And she was rolling her eyes like because you started choking on it.
Yeah. So yeah,
I thought you were saying that because of the whole "not fuck them" thing. But no, he actually choked on Chick-fil-A.
He's like your nana. You know, your nana takes a bite of something and she eats so fast that she chokes.
I've never seen her do that before.
Are you serious?
In my 22 years of life, I've never seen her do that.
Every fucking meal, bro. Watch her. She eats. She'll take a couple of bites of shit and she...
Yeah, that's me, kid. But again, there's a day and night difference between the spicy and when I say spicy, it's not really that hot. Okay. But it's spices. It's not a sauce. So it's still dry.
It's in the chicken.
But it's in the chicken and it's so good.
Oh, that sounds a lot better. Because the last time we had Popeyes and I got the spicy one, and they put a lot of that. They put a lot of that fucking orange juice
but
on it.
I told them, just like you, she said the line's not that long. I'll stop. And I was like, all right, cool. Like 45 minutes later, I'm calling her. I'm like, what's going on? She goes, oh, I just got it. I said, I thought you said the line wasn't that bad. She's like, it wasn't. But it's still a line.
I'll give them credit. Everybody there is really nice, but it's because they're really nice because they know it's not worth it.
No, it's because they're a Christian-based company.
Also, fuck that.
Wow, why?
The whole connection to Christianity thing.
You need
Closed
Jesus-
on Sundays.
You need Jesus in your life, son.
Jesus can fuck off.
Wow. Holy shit, Sebastian.
Step back in your tomb.
Wow. He spent 3 days
Easter's
there.
over,
It was enough
bitch.
for him.
You mean to tell me if your job gave you Sundays off, you wouldn't appreciate that?
I don't give, as long as I get days off, I don't give a fuck what day it is.
Oh, you ain't old enough yet then. Yeah, I mean, because would you like Sundays off?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, there's a big. I mean, yeah, when you're young, it don't matter. You know, you go out any night of the week and make something happen.
Right.
But when you get older, nah.
That Saturday, Sunday,
Yeah.
it becomes kind of important.
Yeah, it does.
You know what I mean? Because everybody else is off, and you're like, "Fuck, I gotta work again." Fuck. Oh man, you're gonna miss the party again.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
What do you mean you gotta go home at 9? Fuck. Yeah, dude, I gotta be up in 12 hours. When the fuck did you ever say that before in your life? Oh yeah, dude, I gotta be up like in fucking 12 hours. I need my sleep. What the fuck? Yeah, getting old sucks, dude. I'll be 51 next month, bro. Any hints? Any fucking?
Damn, is it already next month?
Yup.
Wow.
Yup. Any helpful hints? Any pointers for turning 51?
No. It's no different from turning 50. You're just old now. Face it.
Are you getting shit from AARP already?
Oh, I've been getting stuff from them.
Motherfuckers be sending me shit all the time now. I'll be like, fuck, I'm not old enough yet. Leave me the fuck alone. But maybe I am old enough. I don't know. All right, bro. Have you seen the new fucking Predator movie
Yes.
on Hulu?
Yes.
What'd you think of it?
I'm not mad I saw it.
I thought it was a really, really good movie.
I figured you would.
And it's just because it's a different take on it. They didn't overly do the defeat or the fight scene of the Predator with the natives,
Right?
which I thought was important because they didn't want to make it too easy, but they didn't want to make it like overly hard. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there was a really good balance, I think, of what it was. And the girl, what's her name?
I don't know.
Mid Thunder is her last name.
In real life or in the movie?
No, that's her in real life.
Okay.
Her last name is Mid Thunder. Did you know that movie that they were actually going to film the whole thing in Cherokee? And they were just going to have subtitles?
Really?
Yep. Because all those actors, they're actual natives. They're not painted. They're actual Native Americans. And they all know.
I'm sure Amber Mid Thunder would love that fucking.
Amber, there you
Would
go.
love that joke. They're not painted. Holy fuck.
It's like back in the day when it was fucking the Lone Ranger and all that shit.
Why-
All white people playing.
Why do you know her name?
Why do I know her name? Because I looked up the movie when it came out.
Right?
And I was reading something about it. That's how I know about that it was all natives and that all these people are praising her, and that whenever she's gone out to go do press for the movie, she's worn a garment that was created by a Native American stylist as opposed to, doing all the ones that everybody else wears at all these. So she's just kind of paying homage to her people. But I really thought it was a really well put together movie.
I don't think it was that great. I'm not mad that I saw it,
Right?
but I wouldn't see it again.
Really?
Yeah.
And I was kind of thinking about watching it again. And I thought even the dog. And
The dog was off the hook.
Right. And I thought, wow, that's a really fucking good. Just the way that, like, when she was sleeping on the rocks and she wakes up and the fucking dog's, like, sitting guard.
Right.
And I was like, okay. Like, they do a lot of shit that was like quiet, but you understood it. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Like, they didn't point out or tell you why they were doing certain things, but maybe not you. But most people probably understood what they were doing. You know what I mean? I only say it because you can't connect dots very well.
But yeah, the first Predator, and you know what? I don't know if you noticed when you were done watching it. What was it on Hulu? You said
Yeah.
they had the other Predators movie that you could watch.
Right.
I didn't know there were so many.
Yeah, I knew that there was the one with. There's two with Schwarzenegger, right?
No, one's Schwarzenegger, one's Danny Glover.
Okay, and then the other one is
The only other one that I knew was Alien versus Predator, which I never saw.
okay, and then there was another one with that Italian dude or the Spanish dude.
Elliot Brody,
Yeah.
Predators plural.
Okay.
I never knew that one.
I remember seeing that. I want to say I saw it, but I don't remember if I did or not.
And I think there's another one on that list.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
I was like,
the newer
damn.
one that came out,
Which one was that one?
the one that had Keegan Michael Key in it.
There
Tall,
was one with
skinny,
him
bald
in it?
black guy. Yeah.
Really?
As the kid gets the mask.
That's crazy to me. I didn't know there were that many.
I didn't either. I didn't realize there was either.
But back to this one, you know how you said they didn't want to make it too hard for them to kill him,
Right.
and they didn't want to make it too easy for him to. Come on, it should have been real easy. Because one part in that movie was when were they French,
Yes.
and they all shot at him, and they all had to reload, and they.
Yeah. Fucking shooting musket balls
Yeah,
at him.
they shot. They're like they get scared and they're trying to reload real fast. That had me chuckle.
Right.
And at that point, he could have wiped them all out. And it was like, come on.
Well, he did. He wiped out all the French guys.
Yeah, but with that special, them flying little things that
Oh, the
came
little
out.
disc.
Yeah, it was like,
those were kind of dope.
man, he could have just whooped them all down.
Right, but he wanted to fight the little girl. Like that's because he was hunting her, and that was part of the whole.
No, you're wrong.
How am I wrong?
She actually said, he's not hunting me. I don't have to worry about it. He thinks I'm weak. I think she told her brother that. She told him, don't worry about it. He's not after me. Or something along those lines.
Right, because earlier in the movie, he had said something about becoming the one that's hunted or something like that.
Yeah.
When she wanted to go out into her what do you call it? And I think, yeah, because he saved her, I think, at one point, right? Because he didn't kill her when she was on that chain.
Right. He picked up the chain and he was just like, yeah, whatever.
Maybe I need to go rewatch it.
Maybe, yeah, because again,
I was just a fan of it, so maybe I didn't catch that part.
and that pissed her off more, saying he doesn't think I'm something to worry about.
Right.
So yeah, I'm going to become something to worry about.
Right.
And whoop your ass.
I thought it was a really good movie. I thought it was well put together.
It was a good movie. I won't see it again. Because, again, I thought I was watching part of the Predator series.
It is part of the Predators.
But I thought it was like, one of the three. So I've watched all of them until I saw, oh my God.
Until there's like 18 of them. They finally decided to do a fucking prequel.
But I also saw The Old Man.
The old
Jeff
man.
Bridges.
Oh, yeah.
Now, those dogs were off the hook.
Oh, yeah. Those, yeah.
Dude, watch that show just for the dogs.
What are their Rottweilers, right?
Yeah.
Those
dogs
motherfuckers are monsters too, bro.
I was laughing though. Did you see the one part where the assassin picked one up and threw him out the glass window?
Oh yeah.
That was funny.
Yeah.
My old lady got mad at me because I was laughing.
It's the only way to get rid of the fucker, though, right?
Yeah, that is true.
Fucking you're talking about about 150-pound sack of fucking feed on your arm, like holy shit.
Yeah, I didn't like that show the way it ended.
I haven't watched it all. I got to a certain part and then I was just kind of like,
It started to
slow down a little bit, right?
Yeah, it started to go places that I didn't really.
I think I stopped off
Appreciate.
about where his daughter was in the bathroom calling him to tell him that they were coming after him or whatever.
Yes,
I stopped there. I didn't go back and finish.
they had a couple of dream sequences.
Really?
It was getting too much in regards to that.
Did you watch the other one that I told you about? There was Dark Winds. There was on
The show.
Yeah, on it was on AMC, I believe.
Dark Winds?
Dark Winds.
You didn't tell me anything about that.
Yeah, it was about. I told you it was about the Native American. It was about the reservation and the FBI agent that went on there. They were trying to catch a bank robber or some shit.
Was that with one of the Spider-Man dudes?
The Spider-Man dudes.
Garfield, I think his name is?
No.
Didn't know. You never told me anything about
Okay, so there's a show called Dark Winds.
The one you told me about, just real quick, is Jamie Foxx Vampire Hunter type deal.
That one comes out this Friday on Netflix.
I saw a preview for it. It looked all right.
Looks all right, right?
Yeah, but that's the only show you said to watch.
Okay, so this one, it's called Dark Winds, and it's another Native American show and cast. And this guy, he's been in fucking all kinds of fucking movies, bro. Really, like if you saw his face, you would know who he is. His name is Zahn Harmon, something like that. And real famous guy, and he's a sheriff on a reservation.
I know who you're talking about.
And and then he's got a female there, a Native American female that's on the res. It's like an officer there, and then an FBI agent that comes to help him find the guys that robbed the bank, that kidnapped the family.
I've seen that Native dude before.
Yeah, he's really famous. And it's actually based off of a book, but it's a really, really good show. You should take the time to take a look at it. Check it out, see if you like it.
He's in a show called Reservation Dogs.
That just came back, as a matter of fact.
I watched 2 episodes. I'm not sure if I'm going to stick with it.
You know, it's some of them are really, really. Some of them are okay, and then some of them are good. If that makes sense. They're not all great, and they don't move at a particularly fast pace. But for what the show is, it's good.
I think you have to
either
be an Indian to appreciate it. If that makes sense,
to some degree, yeah.
So it's
I
think
you either have to understand the lifestyle or
exactly
want to know about it.
And when I say the lifestyle, I saw the episode where they went to a healthcare clinic.
Yes,
and how it was just slow moving and they're on the res, so it's just like,
and not all the clinics are like the one here. They're not like that. They're not all like that, but some, I'm sure.
Well, of course, yeah,
are. But you know what I mean.
I'm probably gonna bail on it.
Yeah, it's not. There's 2 saving graces on that show. The one native chick that's like the strong one, that's like the lesbian, because she's fucking funny, and she just doesn't give a shit. She just says what she says. And then is the one kid with the long kinky hair, his spirit guide.
Yeah, he's funny.
Those are the 2 saving graces in that show. Those are the 2 funniest things about that. And then they have an uncle, he's a heavy set, well-known Indian actor that comes out as well. I don't think if you only watched the first 2, you didn't get to him yet.
They have a comedian on there. I think he's a comedian. The doctor, the Asian doctor.
Yes,
his name's, I think, is Bobby Lee.
Yeah,
I was surprised to see him on there, so I was like, oh,
yeah, like that's a strange casting.
Yeah,
just because of how fucking left field Bobby is. Like, he's not even like, he's out there, dude. Have you ever seen his comedy stuff?
No.
Yeah, because he was on In Living Color, right?
It's possible. I don't know.
I believe it was on In Living Color.
You know why I'm going to say I don't know? Because right now, he doesn't look that old. And In Living Color was like 30 years ago.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but he looks the same.
Yeah,
maybe not as fat, but
I don't think, let's say he's 40s right now.
No, because I would have made him 10 years.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I don't think he's in his 50s, 60s.
Bobby? I say it like I know him, right? What? Our buddy Bobby? What? Hold on. Bobby Lee, right? Is that his name?
I believe so.
Bobby
yeah.
Lee? Bob Lee Swagger? Bobby. I saw him do a interview one time. Yeah, he's age 50. September 17th, 1971. He's 5 days older than I am.
So in Living Color, we came out when we were how old? 18?
Yeah, about 18, 19.
So I don't know. I don't think that was him.
Hold on. Oh, he was on Mad TV. That's what it was. On Mad TV, not in Living Color. So, but he's got really, really strange comedy. Really dark, a very dark, strange sense of humor.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, there's an interview online that you can find. He's doing a podcast with some UFC guys. And he talks about how at some age that he was sexually molested by a priest or something like that, and then he turns it out that the priest had Down syndrome and that he was molested by this guy every day. And the hosts are like fucking pissing themselves. But he's such a great straight guy. Like, just delivers it dry and he's like, dude, you keep fucking laughing, I'm gonna leave. Like, here I am pouring this shit out to you, telling you what happened to you in my life, and you're laughing straight in my face about it. I'm gonna fucking leave. And they're all like, well, wait, are you being fucking serious? Like, yeah, dude, stop fucking laughing. Like, and he's just jamming them up about laughing. Okay. Give me a minute. Let me. So the first one was I was molested every day by this guy. And then it was by this retarded guy or whatever it was that he said. So at first they say that, and he's fucking, they kind of laugh because just the way he puts it out there, like it's so dry and nonchalant, and they're just kind of like, what the fuck did you just say? So they're laughing. So he gets pissed off. He tells them, all right, let me. So they gather themselves, and then that's what he said. Okay, so, that was a point in my life where I was molested every day viciously by this retarded guy. And then, so they fucking start laughing again, and that's when he starts fucking reaming them for it. And they're like, well, wait a minute, are you being serious? Like, you can't just say shit like that and expect us not to laugh. Like, that wait. Which is kind of fucking funny. Look. Yeah, he's got a really dark, weird sense of fucking humor, to say the least.
I don't want to forget this.
Okay.
So let's double back to Chick-fil-A.
Okay.
Did you hear the story about one of their franchises in the Midwest somewhere?
This is going to be good.
Needed help in some sort of a express drive-through. Now, I don't know what defines an express drive-through.
Their mobile order drive-through.
Okay. They were saying they were looking for volunteers to work 1 hour shifts. So you only work for 1 hour in this express lane, and they give you 5 free meals.
Fuck, that's good, dude.
What do you think?
I think as someone who is not huge on Chick-fil-A, I'm not with it, but free food is free food.
Because a lot of people, well, they wound up shutting it down within hours of it going public because they were getting so much backslash.
Really?
Dude, and initially I was like, oh, that's jacked up. They want you to work for free? For 5 free meals? But then I started thinking about it. Let's just say it's 5 sandwiches instead of like a whole combo. A sandwich is what, $8?
Is it really that expensive there? Well,
gotta be.
Even at $5, you get
5 of them.
5 sandwiches. That's $25, right?
Yeah.
For an hour.
For an hour's worth of work.
It's good fucking money.
Yeah, I mean, and then again, I really started thinking about it. I'm like, okay, let's say I have a family of 3, and I'm not really making that much money. And one day after work, I go over there for an hour. on a Friday,
We got dinner.
we got dinner. What's wrong with that?
Yeah.
Dude, they were complaining to the corporate office, and the corporate office was saying, look, it's a franchise. You got to talk
We
to
can't
them.
do anything about it, yeah.
And then apparently the state got involved. No, companies are not allowed to ask for volunteers to work. There's safety regulations. There's this, which, okay, I can see kind of. You know, you're doing work on our premises, but you're not actually employed by us.
Well, but you got to remember now you're not paying the when somebody gets hurt,
Workers'
what's it called?
comp.
You're not paying workers' comp. You're not paying state, federal, local taxes, and that shit per employee. Even if it is for an hour, at $25, if you do that twice a day, that's what, $50, right? At $50 a day, that's $250. So they're open 6 days, right? At $50, that's what, $300 a week. So that's $1,200 a month. That's That's $14,400 a year in taxes, of taxes that you're not reporting.
Right.
So they're losing a good portion of money.
But it all went down or got shut down because people were like, that ain't right. You know, you're asking for slaves. Yeah, and
Did people sign up to go to do it?
I don't know.
Because if people are signing up to do it, it can't be that fucking bad.
Well, and we use the word volunteer.
Yeah.
We didn't say you had to do it.
And again, I'm like you. I didn't initially think it was a good thing. It took me some time to think, okay, hold on a second. 5 combo meals with drinks.
Yeah, you're talking at least $15 nowadays, right?
Yeah.
Well, and you think by the time you get there, right? You get there, they give you a uniform or something to wear. They tell you how to work whatever you're going to work. By then, you've only got a half hour left. At least, at most.
And they're hoping you come back tomorrow and do it for another hour. Or in 3 days.
Or even if you showed up and they gave you one of those fucking vests with like an orange or yellow vest with the silver stripes on it so nobody hits you in the parking lot, right? And all you got to do is run up to the window, hey, DoorDash is here for, Bob Smith's order.
Yeah.
All right, here you go. And then they take it out there to them.
Yeah. And like you, I'm not mad at it now. I'm like, for some families, that would be something good.
Here's a question: how many? Well, more information would be helpful. Like, okay, well, how many orders an hour are you getting? Right?
Does that matter? Why would that matter?
Well, because then you got to figure. Okay, well, if you're doing, let's say what, maybe 6, let's call it 10 an hour.
Okay.
That's 1 every 5 minutes, right?
All right.
More or less, right? The math right? Sounds about right. So 1 every 10 minutes. Then those 5 meals work out. That's a good rate. Even if you're doing more than that, if it's 5 meals, let's call them $10 meals, right?
Right.
And you get 5 of those for a 1 hour shift, that's still $50.
Yep. That you get to take home.
Yeah, or they give you coupons and you can come eat them whenever the fuck you want.
Yeah, that's true too.
You know what I mean? $50. That's $250 a month. I mean, when you go out to lunch on a day that you pay for your lunch, like how much do you spend?
$12 to $15.
$12 to $15. And what do you do that once a week? 2, 3, 4, 5 times?
Twice a week.
Twice a week. So let's call it $30 a week. Right? So if you do $30 a week, that's $120 a month. You're saving. If you went to go do that, you're only going to spend 30 of your own dollars because you already have 5 meals.
I'm not mad at it. This is in North Carolina.
Wow.
I don't know what the wages are there for minimum wage, but
$2.50.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, right. If that's the case, then that's a really super great deal. But yeah, I mean, I get the insurance, and that's kind of a scary proposition to do shit like that because people will fucking sue immediately nowadays. What's up?
What did you say the state was? South Carolina?
North Carolina.
North Carolina. Hold on.
How much
South
is it?
Carolina is $7.25.
Wow.
Oh, $7.25.
So instead of making $7.25, you get
$25 an hour.
at least.
At least. Even if you did, okay, $50 an hour.
And again, I think it's more of I'm not making a lot of money on my first job. I got a wife and 3 kids at home. If I go to work, if I go there for an hour on a Friday afternoon, I could bring them home Chick-fil-A for dinner tonight, and they'll be through the roof.
Even if it's $7.25 an hour, let's say you were able to lock a job down for $10 an hour. That's $800 a week, $600 after taxes. That's $2,400 a month, right?
Right.
And if you can lock down an extra $60 worth of food in a week, that's half your fucking groceries. You figure you got if you're making that much, you're probably spending about $100 a week in groceries, right?
And if they give you coupons, a
Then you can
meal
spread it out
ticket,
throughout the month, right?
and if you could sell that mug because you're getting kind of tired of it,
That too. Why not?
$5 a ticket.
Perfect. It's like food stamps. Ah, man. I wish they'd come up with some shit like I might go do that shit. Shit, if they did that, they should do that with Walmart greeters. Hey, you get like fucking an hour shopping spree in the store, half an hour shopping spree in the store. You greet for 2 hours.
Half an hour shopping spree in the store? Yeah.
I do that shit all in the meat department. Eat good steaks, you know what I mean? Shit, but they know that's why they don't do that
for
shit.
2 hours, they give you like $150
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Have you seen? Saw this on the news. The smoke shop in Las Vegas. Now, I want you both to be honest with me. Okay, there's a shop. It's all on video. A smoke shop, pot store,
Right.
sells everything. Owner was working, young guy, probably 40s. 2 kids, they turn out to be kind of younger, but 2 guys walk in with ski masks on.
Okay.
And there's a third guy. You don't see it in the video, but they say it, and then it kind of makes sense the way it all happens in the end. Somebody's holding the door open on another ski mask. So they come walking in, and the you don't know it's the manager, it's just somebody working there. He says, "Hey guys, how's it going?" They come walking in. And he says, "Why are you guys wearing masks like that?" They don't respond to him. They're just looking around. They might say something like, "Because we want to," and they're acting sketchy. So the guy just says, "You know what, guys? Just go ahead and leave. I don't need your business. Can you please leave?" So one of the guys says, "No, we're not going to leave." And he had like a stuff on the glass counters.
Right.
And the kid like grabbed something to kind of threw it over. Let's say it's a gigantic bowl and it had tchotchkes or whatever it was in it. I don't know.
Right.
He throws it over. And then he grabs like a bucket change to change the quarters and
Right, the tips, right?
tips, or take a coin, leave a coin type deal.
Right.
So he grabs it and he starts walking out. But one of the guys is still standing there. So another goes, "Dude, really? You gonna take that?" He goes, "Can you at least leave the change and you could take the bills? Leave me the change." So the guy comes back,
Dumbass.
puts it down, starts reaching for something else. The other guy jumps the counter. Okay? So now he's with the worker. During this time, I forgot to mention, the worker grabs something from the cash register, right?
Yeah.
Okay?
Armed
So-
justice.
So, exactly, kid.
I knew it.
So the dude jumps over.
That's why I called him a dumbass.
The worker, dude, starts stabbing the kid.
Good.
Stabbed him probably 7 times.
Wow.
Dude, and it's one of those things that, again, it's like HD camera quality.
So
Right.
you can see it going
you
in
see-
and out.
Going in. And then the
You
one
see the
guy
blood
takes
spurt?
off running. No blood comes out.
No.
The other guy takes off running. And the dude's holding him kind of like by the neck and the shoulders and just stabbing him at him. and the kid starts screaming, "I'm dead! You're killing me! I'm dead!"
Yeah.
And the other dude that's holding the door open takes off running. So now the dude is lifeless. So the worker kind of drags him to the side and just throws him to the ground. And the dude starts calling 911. And then the kid is like, "I'm sorry.
Well,
It
it's
wasn't
too late
my
for that.
idea." And the dude tells him, "Shut up." You know, he's telling the cops, "I just been robbed. I got one of them here," type deal.
Bleeding out on my floor.
So the kid lives.
Damn it.
They caught one of the other dudes.
Okay.
So my question to you is this. I really would like the both of you to see the video. Because as great as armed justice as it is, and the dude had every right to do it, I would like to know if you could actually have done that. Because, not that it's graphic, but it is like in your face.
Shit, it is HD. Holy shit.
It is in your... Just Google YouTube, Nevada...
shit.
Thief, smoke shop,
Just
stab
put Vegas
thief.
smoke shop stabbing, and it's the first thing that came up.
Dog, it blew my mind.
Boy, he's fucking got him.
All right, we're gonna watch this. Hold on.
He's not a big kid either. Oh,
Oh, he's just stabbing him all
getting
over.
the fuck out of him.
He's stabbing him in the legs and the back.
It looks like he goes to cut him on the side. He's got the knife as he's telling him to come back and get the fucking thing.
Dog. Okay, and we're going to talk about that in a second. Because that's going to be part 2 of this conversation.
Now he plans to get a gun, she says.
Johnny Wynn spoke to us from
Johnny Wynn.
counter, the same spot.
Yeah, he did win that day.
Violent.
That's fucking insane.
Did you watch it yet?
Yeah, you know what, dude? I don't know.
Okay,
Um,
thank you. I want, honestly, I don't know if I could do that. Okay, in theory, yes, you want to protect yourself, all that shit. But, bro, I mean, that was intense.
Yeah, because that's like,
He's stabbing him like it's personal.
yeah, like that's next level. Only because he was already away from him. He was on the other end of the counter, came back and stabbed the dude like in the arm or the shoulder, the back, the neck, the leg, and then the chest. You know what I mean? Like,
You gotta incapacitate him first.
yeah, like it took him a while for him to be able to get the guy's back to stab him, you know,
Right.
in the abdomen or whatever from behind. So yeah, dude, I don't know. Like, that's different. But that right there could be the fear. Because he said, I was scared, blah, blah. There was a guy that was there.
I didn't
He
have
had
time
his
to
hand
think.
he had his hand.
Oh, yeah,
in
don't
the
get me
bag.
wrong. Yeah,
So I think out of the fear, I could probably do it.
But like in that case, it's like, because I didn't see when he went to go grab for the knife, but I know that in the second I see ski masks, it's like in the back of my head, it's like,
Yeah,
okay,
your
I got
asshole
this-
puckers, right?
I got
Like-
this here. I'm gonna grab it just in case. I'm gonna keep it out of sight, and then second dude hops over, it's over.
Because there's guys that come into my work like that. Like they'll have the neck. What are they called? The gaiters.
Oh,
They have them. They have them up here. They have a bandana on here, a hat, and they'll come in with glasses on. And I'm thinking, a fucking Mexican Unabomber, right? When they walk in, and I'm thinking, all right, so I don't remember this guy, like the build, the walk. Like there's certain things like that you remember when you see people, like, and you got to kind of wait and see where it goes. And I'm just like, I mean, obviously I don't carry at work. They wouldn't let me have carry, so I can't have a gun in there. I mean, it's not like I keep anything. I guess I shouldn't say that out loud either, right? That I don't have anything under the counter, but
so Now let me ask you.
But we don't have anything for them to steal anyway, so all the money goes into a safe. As soon as we get it, goes right into the safe.
Now the next question is this. We're not talking emotionally. We're not talking morally.
Oh, good.
We're talking legally.
Oh, fuck.
You think this owner's going to get in trouble? Cause think about it. His life wasn't in danger.
Sure,
We don't
was.
know that.
No, it wasn't. How was it in danger?
Because, and this is why it's legally, he's legally sound and he's legally safe, because he even said it in the interview when he was having with that lady. Hey, I was scared for my life. One of the guys had a backpack on his chest. He had it on backwards. It was on his chest, and he had his hand
reaching into it.
inside the backpack. I was scared for my life.
It's like when cops do it.
Hold on a
They
second.
see you reach, but they don't see what you're reaching for, and they fucking pop you.
Legally, you could sit there and tell me I could physically do something to you because you have your hand in a pocket.
Is he wearing a ski mask in your
With-
shop right now?
Yeah. Because that, first of all, that's kind of a, if you're coming in,
Okay, okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
you're coming in right into your business, all black, has your hand down the front of the backpack. The people that you're with are doing threatening shit. You're wearing a ski mask, and you're holding your hand down the front of a bag like, bitch, go ahead, I got
Yeah.
you.
Okay, good. Now, we're talking legally. As far as what happened in that video, the person that actually jumped over didn't approach the owner.
He didn't have time to.
The owner reached for the knife and called one guy back. Why are you calling him back? He's not being a threat to you. You grabbed a weapon and you're calling somebody that's actually walking away from you to come back. Because that's what he did. Again.
Because homeboy robbed him of his shit.
Okay, go ahead, rob me and take off. You're not... How are you threatening my life if you're walking away?
Okay, so let me ask you a question.
We're talking legally.
This is fucking stupid.
Legally, isn't somebody stealing something from you threatening? Whether you call them back or not.
No.
Hey, come on,
Hold
man,
on a
come
second.
back. I don't
Hold
take
on,
my
he was
shit.
talking. Sorry.
Come on, man, come back. Don't take my shit.
He made a deal with the guy. Like, just take the bills. I just want the change.
Just leave me my bucket and my change.
And then
man. Just
stabbed
take
his
it.
friend in front of him.
Okay. Point taken. But again, the dude is walking out of the store.
Okay.
Your life is not, at this point in time.
That's not true. Because the other guy was still in
We're
there.
not talking about, first of all, we're not talking about the other guy. We're talking about this first guy.
You can't talk about it that way because
He didn't
it's
stab the guy that came back with the change.
because it's an all-encompassing thing.
Okay.
Each individual
The guy that jumped.
Hold on. Each individual thing in and of itself may not be threatening enough to make you want to stab somebody. But when there's three people and one has got his hand down a bag like he's got a gun,
And the
all
other
that
one is
together,
walking
because
off with
all
your
that
change.
shit's happening at the same time, all that's threatening.
I'll wait.
Let's ask this. Do you think homeboy should be put away for stabbing him?
No, not at all. But I'm
Where's
thinking.
the line of questioning then?
I'm
What's it
thinking
for?
the attorney that the thieves are getting are going to say this.
No, not the thieves. The one thief that got stabbed.
Correct. At what point, when my client jumped over the counter, not anywhere near you, did your life feel threatened?
It doesn't matter. I'm so sorry. Go ahead.
If I was the lawyer, this is how I do it.
He's going to prove to us why he can't be a lawyer.
Thank you, Your Honor. I have only one question. Right before getting stabbed by the shop owner, what were you doing?
What were you wearing and what were you doing?
What was I doing?
Yeah.
I was running away, loading up my backpack.
No, you weren't. You were stealing stuff off the shelf.
Correct. In my bag.
So
Let's
you
pull up
were
the video.
In my bag.
So you were committing a crime.
Yes, correct.
That's all, Your Honor.
No, what makes the owner judge and jury and executioner at that point?
Because you're in front of me, you're in my store stealing my shit that I'm
But
afraid
that doesn't
of.
give you the right to kill me.
Bullshit. Yeah. You know what? I think
No,
that's
it doesn't.
I think that's the way it should be.
Oh,
is if you're in the
yeah.
midst if you're in the midst of committing a crime and you get hurt, you dumbass, you shouldn't have been committing a crime.
Hey.
It's bullshit.
That's fine. You could feel that way, but
That should be-
legally,
that should be the law.
coulda, woulda, shoulda.
Also, it's dumb of that dude that he walks back anyways. Let's talk about that for a second.
Yeah, right?
You're in
You're right. Let me give
You're
you
in
your change
somebody's
back.
shop stealing shit, and dude says, "Well, hey, give me the fucking change at least. Keep the bills. You don't want to walk around cheating." Yeah,
But again, what I'm saying is, I believe legally, the owner has a right to, like the bodega dude. The dude was attacking him. That's why he shanked him to death.
Right.
And I get it. And I'm not saying this owner should not have done what he did. But what I am saying is the owner's life was not in danger at
You
that
weren't
moment.
there. You don't know
You
that.
don't know that.
I'm looking at the video.
Right.
The owner ran
Right.
towards
Yeah,
the
but
thief.
there's a difference between being there in that shop with your adrenaline shooting through your fucking
Not my
ears.
problem. Not my problem. You got over adrenalized.
Well, then it's not my problem that you were there stealing either.
Again, your life
Sorry.
wasn't in immediate
I
danger.
won the game. You
your
asked
life
out.
wasn't
Game
in
over.
immediate danger.
Yes, it was.
No, it was not.
I was getting ready to have. A
I'm
heart
looking
attack
at the
before I
video.
did that.
Hold on. You're telling me that homeboy jumping over the fucking thing isn't threatening?
That's aggression.
But he wasn't.
No. I asked you a question.
Yes, I'm saying that. Legally, I'm saying yes. He jumped over, was reaching for shit on the shelves. He was not threatening the owner.
You're telling me
But-
him
but hold-
jumping over the fucking thing isn't threatening?
But hold on a minute.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
I think
You're fucking delusional.
That might be threatening, but I'm not threatening your life.
Well, but hold on though. The problem with your way of thinking is that you're looking at it piece by piece.
Which is what the lawyer's going to do.
No, but it's wrong. And his
Morally,
lawyer,
it might be.
or the other lawyer.
Legally, it won't be.
Yes, it will.
No, it
because
won't.
the other lawyer should be able to pick it apart just as well because you don't know, just like the owner didn't know what was going to come after that. So yes, the threat was there, and the threat was imminent because as soon as he was done pulling shit off that shelf, who knows if he wasn't coming after me next?
You just messed your own case up
How's that? That
because
proves why I was
you
scared.
just said you don't know what would have happened after that.
Right, because I dictated
okay.
what happened after that. I killed the motherfucker.
Yeah, hold on. But you don't know if he would have came after you. So that does not give you the right to take his life.
Yes, it does
Homeboy
because I
jumped
was
over the
afraid for
counter.
mine.
He wasn't not going to do anything.
I
to
was
that guy.
afraid for my life while he was committing a crime against me.
He wasn't doing anything against you.
Sure he was. I'm the
no,
owner,
he wasn't.
right?
He was taking stuff off your shelves.
Right,
That does
that-
not give you the right to kill him.
Wait,
Sure
whoa,
does.
whoa. Whose shelves? Whose
The
shelves?
owner shelves.
Thank you. No further questions.
So, okay, at your job, you're working behind the counter.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody jumps over the counter and is opening up the cash register.
I'm putting his face in the fryer.
You're killing him.
That won't kill him. That'll just make him look
that's
like
not the
Freddie
question.
Mercury-
You're
Freddie
killing
Mercury,
him
Freddy Krueger.
for opening up your cash register.
I'm not killing him. I'm just
Well,
fucking
that's
giving him
exactly what the
third-degree
owner's trying to
burns.
do,
Good,
though.
I figure. Yeah, if it wasn't my place of business, I'm just take it. Fuck it, they're insured. I'm not gonna die for them.
Yeah, I think in my manual it says give them what they want and just report it.
Again, piece by piece, at that moment in time, the
I think
owner
you're
was
full of
not. The owner's life was not being threatened.
I think you're
It-
full of shit.
I
The
think
second somebody jumps over the counter, that's a threat.
I think it was, and he took advantage of a small slip in time where he could and took the advantage back and was able to secure his life by killing the thief
Oh, he lived.
Unfortunately, he's not dead.
or
Yeah.
extremely hurting the motherfucker, so he can't
Yeah.
hurt him.
I just hope that the owner
Gets off scot-free.
doesn't
Thank you for
have
the
to
episode.
deal with legalities on protecting
Like
his
that
shop.
we're talking. So
It's
here,
perfect because he said he was going to buy a gun next. So the next motherfucker that walks
Yeah,
in with a
don't give-
ski
hey,
mask, the
and you
next
know what?
motherfucker that walks in with a
I-
ski
I
mask
hope-
ain't getting that close to the fucking counter.
I hope they're putting his business on blast and people come there and start buying stuff.
They put the name in the news
Because, I mean, I would like to look at this dude and say, you got some balls on you, I'm going to buy some shit from you.
Look,
right?
sir, I don't
Trust
want to
me.
buy anything. I just want to shake your hand.
So now that you brought this up, it's not so much along the same lines, but kind of along the same
Oh,
lines.
Christ.
So,
Here we go.
So out in Thermal, right, or Calexico, somewhere close to the border, they
I feel
broke
like that's going to be important to the story.
they broke up a cockfighting ring.
Oh, yeah. I heard about that.
So they took upwards of 193,
Something like that, yeah.
193 birds.
Chickens.
No, not chickens.
Cocks.
Roosters.
Chickens.
And, no.
Just go on with the story. Fuck.
And they're gonna euthanize
Ooh.
all the cocks. What's the fucking difference?
Why are they going to do that?
It's like killing someone for attempting suicide.
Right. How dumb is that? Why are you gonna go and kill all the roosters that were?
Can they use them for anything else?
Well, yeah, I mean,
Yeah, you can. They're still chicken. I mean,
but
Oh, it
it's still
is.
chicken meat. You know what I mean?
Oh, it is it?
Once you cut
Thank you for
once
that.
you cut the nuts off, yeah.
No further
Um,
questions, Your Honor.
first of all, that's a lot of roosters. Well, maybe that's why.
It's a lot of cocks.
There's a lot.
Yeah, but why couldn't they take all that cock to the like homeless shelters and have them?
Fight
Well,
to
I
the
mean, I
death
think
with the
that's what they're going to
homeless?
do. I think that's what they're going to do.
No, because if they euthanize them, that means they're
They're
shooting
passed
them
away.
with
Yeah.
injecting them.
Why not just cut the nuts off, put them through a grinder? McDonald's has a few more chickens for nuggets.
That's a lot of roosters, kid.
Yeah.
193.
Something like that. I don't know if the number's right, but
Was it a farm? I mean, or was it actual?
it was an arena. They had it set up for cockfights.
Really?
Yeah. They arrested a bunch of people, and there's people online that
I should have known the second you said close to the border, it was going to be about the fucking fights.
right? And they have guys will sell these birds. These birds are like worth like anywhere between $3,500 to about $10,000 a rooster.
You almost said
I
chicken.
almost said chicken, yeah.
You motherfucker.
Am I thinking this actually, or is this from a movie that they would put like metal talons on their?
Oh yeah,
feet?
they're called spurs.
Yeah.
They-
So what,
is that real or is
Yeah.
that from a movie?
yeah, no, that's real.
Really?
Yeah, what they do is they cut them
I was
off.
going to make a comment about that.
So a lot of them do that, or they look like razor blades, and they're little. They just strap them onto the back of their fucking legs, and that's how they fight.
That's how they kill other chickens.
That's crazy.
So why? So if it's illegal to fight these,
Okay, hold on.
Chickens.
Go
I
ahead.
think it's because that makes it cruelty to pin them against each other.
okay, so you're gonna kill them for
For being bred to fight, yeah.
No,
I guess
well,
so. That'd
well,
be like putting
okay,
down
well, no,
UFC
you got-
fighters.
Here's the
The legality.
legalities. How are they going to give? What if somebody gets sick off of one of these chickens, and God forbid dies?
Oh, that's true.
You know what I mean?
Because they're bred for it, right?
yeah.
And then
So
is
it'd
it
be tough anyways.
is it one of those things that is
I'm
it?
still thinking about eating chicken.
Do they say this about? Is it dogs that? I don't know if it's true or not.
It's pigs
When-
and cows.
When they taste blood, then
Oh.
Oh,
you
no.
got to knock them off because it's something they'll
Yeah, they crave after a while, or they.
So maybe these roosters, same thing. That's what they're. So you try to give them to a farmer and say, here's some free.
Oh yeah, that rooster will fuck every rooster up on that farm.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So they got to get rid
They'll
of
have
them.
one motherfucker walking around.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Cling, cling, cling.
So
His alarm got real quiet.
So yeah, it's there's a bunch of. I understand why they would do it. It sucks. I mean, you would think, yo,
But isn't that to me that just seems ass backwards?
Counterproductive.
Yeah, it's counterproductive. Like why?
what are they gonna do with them? What is the legal system going to do with 193 roosters?
Well, they have the fucking, what is it?
Well, they can be trained, right? Put them in movies.
Pits and parolees. Why can't they have cocks and cowards, or you know what I mean? Like
Cocks and convicts.
yeah, cocks and convicts. There you go. They all get a pet. They all get a pet rooster. But you see how like it's counterintuitive. Everything, it's
Actually, no. I honestly think they broke up. I think they're doing the right thing. I don't think it's counterintuitive at all. What is the sheriff's department going to do with 193 roosters?
okay. Well, then why is it that when they do dogs that have done that they don't kill the dogs? They try to retrain them
Because
dogs are easier to retrain.
yeah, because dogs, somebody will be willing to take in a dog. You want to do some roosters up in here?
Well, hell yeah. Have you ever had to feed chickens or roosters?
Hell no.
I've only ever seen like 2 or 3 chickens in real life.
I don't think I've ever
was,
seen one.
And one was in that backyard over there.
Mm-hmm. Those are some of the scariest fucking animals. Like when you get them like in a, I don't know how to say it in English, a howler?
A pen? Coop?
Yeah, like in a coop, in a chicken coop. So you get them in there and you walk in with the feed. If you're not fast enough and throw it, they
They're
start to
jumping all
flutter.
over you.
They don't fly, but they can glide. They can get up off the ground and flutter enough to glide at you. And those fucking they're like cockroaches. You know how cockroaches, they can't really fly, but them motherfuckers will get off the ground and fucking soar at you enough to make you shit yourself. So, and it's, you know, and then they have the spurs. So if you're not careful, they'll fuck you up and get all scratched up before you got to go to school. That's what happened to me when I was a kid. Like we probably had about 30 chickens.
Really?
Uh-huh. Because what happened was I asked my mom where kids came from. My mom said, well, go ask your dad. So we got in the fucking car and went down
Like
to the
Mr.
fucking...
Miyagi, he goes on a 30-day fucking
right?
teaching lesson.
So we go to the fucking... He goes, okay, well, let's go. So we go to the fucking feed store. He buys me some baby chicks or some chickens. So we go back and he says, just watch them. I watched and watched and watched them, but ain't nobody having no babies. Where the fuck do babies come from? Just keep watching. So then he built a coop in the backyard for them, and once they got big enough, we put them in the coop, and then, you know, you see the rooster mount the chicken, and he's flapping his fucking wings, and you know what I mean? And but yeah, it was so we ended up with like fucking 30 chickens, and we had, I think I've talked about it before, we had a fighting cock. My uncle gave us one that he had, and that rooster came with his own hen. And we had to separate him from the rest of the chickens because he would come out and he would want to pounce on all the chickens, but he would come out and he would fight all the fucking roosters. So the roosters, you know, they rooster up and they put their chest out and they, and next thing you know, they're fucking, we got chicken soup tonight. You know what I mean? So yeah, but those fuckers are vicious, dude. Have you ever seen?
You see, I mean, and there's the point. Now you know why they got to euthanize 193 of them.
Yeah, but why don't they do something with them instead of, like, you know...
Because they can't take the chance.
That's fucking stupid. That's just fucking stupid. And they're bred to do that. Like, what's a...
Better breaded than bread.
Exactly. If we're gonna dead them, bread them.
What Jesus Christ,
How about
that
that?
was a little harsh.
There's a little too much?
That was rough. That was a stretch.
My mallow. So what else been going on, man? I haven't seen you in a bit. Kids good? Everything good?
Yeah, my son's in New York. He's going to be there for about another week. He's been there for 2 already. He's there for training. So he actually, I think, our last recording was his first day of work, but he was in training.
Okay.
He's still in training. And I don't know if I mentioned he was in New York doing it. So he's having a great time out there. He actually went, him and some other people that are in training, they learned about this boat that would go around the bay or river, whatever it is that they have in New York.
Right.
And it's like a floating party. And they thought it was sketchy because it was only $8.
Yeah, that does sound sketchy.
So they were
$8
like,
in New York.
yeah, exactly. So it was from 11 p.m. to 3 a.m.
Oh shit.
And so they did it, and he said they had the best time. It was literally a club inside this boat. One of the pictures he sent looked like it was a live band, but they went around like the Statue of Liberty. He says it was only $8. He said, but the drinks were expensive.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah, they got you on the drinks. But other than that, he was like, it was a great time. Until 3 a.m.
So
Crazy.
is weed legal in New York now?
I don't know.
Not that your son partakes or anything. I was just wondering if that was.
Yeah, I don't know if New York it's legal in New York yet.
Huh. Because I wonder, because that wouldn't be considered. That's not international waters once you're on there anyway,
No,
right? Like you have
no.
to leave past a certain point, right, to be
Yeah.
international waters. Very, very interesting.
And my daughter, she went to Portland for
Oregon?
like a 4-day weekend. One of her sorority sisters was going up there with like her brother, her brothers, and some of his friends. So she invited my daughter and another one of their sisters to go. So she decided to go. She didn't like it at all. She said it was like things shut down really early. There were no clubs per se. They're more like karaoke bars.
Really?
Yeah. She said, how should I say this? The potency of some of their products wasn't very strong because everything's natural out there.
Oh, okay.
And like she had a hard time finding like the type of alcohol she likes because she was like it sounded like she was in some weird town to me, but it's Portland.
Some
That's
old folks
yeah,
shit.
so it's Portland. But then I was telling her that there's a show, not that I've ever seen it, called Portlandia,
Right?
and apparently it's about they stereotype people that live there.
Okay.
And it's like people are kind of weird. They're real tree hugging.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I would assume that.
So she's like, that's kind of how they were.
Tree hugging in more than one way.
And so they're like, it wasn't her cup of tea at all.
Well, but Portland's like that's a big city too, though, right?
I believe it is, yes.
Is Portland not the capital?
Because
Portland or Eugene is, I think.
so like part of it, like the way I'm envisioning it, it's a city, but it's kind of like it's foresty on the outside, right?
Salem. Yes.
Salem.
And it's supposed to be like really humid and muggy there, right?
Because it rains all the fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah,
right,
actually,
okay.
she said it was.
Yeah.
And she said like some of the restaurants and bars you would expect when you walk in to get a blast of cool air.
Oh yeah.
She's like, no, it's kind of like the same
It's gross.
atmosphere inside as it is outside. You know, and it's just because they're used to that's how they live out there. And she was just like, yeah, I'm never coming back
Yeah,
here.
I need somewhere with AC. I don't care how hot or cold it is outside.
Yeah.
We need somewhere with AC. I need to feel a temperature difference from outside to inside. That's interesting. Well, I've never been to Oregon.
I've been to Oregon.
I've been to Oregon.
You've been to? Oh, that's right. Your mom.
I drove up there.
Ew.
Flew back, but
Okay.
drove up. Went to James got married up there when, I married his
Okay.
college sweetheart.
I
He
went to
college.
a wedding in Oregon.
What year did you go?
It was after I got married, and I got married in 96. So maybe
Okay.
97, 98.
Okay. So, and then Portland and all that area was where they were having like all the riots and all that
Yeah.
shit too,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So that could be why the bars and all that bullshit were minimal
Probably.
while she was there.
And
but-
I think they have a problem with white supremacy up there too.
Oh yeah, that's where the Proud Boy shit was happening. too.
Yeah. So
yeah,
it's
probably a good thing she wasn't able to stay out too late, right?
yeah.
You know what I mean? Maybe it was safer that way.
'Cause
But
you
you would
mad
think-
dark.
you would think that they would have, even if it wasn't grown like it is here, like in a shop or in a
building.
Yeah, in a building, that they would still have some good potent weed out there with. But maybe it's because there's not enough sun.
It's always fucking damp.
It's
out
always
there.
cloudy.
Yeah, I don't know.
Interesting. And now there's such a fucking. Oh, you got the male and female trees have to spend so much time together, and then you pull it apart so it can blow. Fuck what? Do you have a green thumb?
No.
You can't get shit to grow either.
No. I mean, no. I don't try.
Right.
I mean, it's just whatever whatever my sprinklers do in the backyard.
You just make sure they turn
Yeah.
on and you're good to go. Fuck.
If something's getting a little dry, I got to up the time on it.
Shit. Yeah, I've never been good at that shit. Like, oh yeah.
You know what's surprising to us is my wife is kind of the same way. I don't know about you, but we didn't grow up with plants and stuff like that.
Yeah, we did. My dad.
My sister-in-law gave my wife a plant 2-3 years ago, maybe Mother's Day. Yeah, and that's my old lady's keeping that shit going strong. It's in the house.
Really?
It's a house indoor plant. She's even surprised. She's like, "Damn."
Is it one of those ones that grow really long and
No.
Oh, okay. Because they do that a lot. They have the ones that are like the dark green and white, and they grow really long, and they have them.
No, this is more of a. It's almost like little palms, but
Okay.
no, I don't know how to explain it.
Did your mom have like the fucking crocheted pot hangers in the corner back in the day?
Yeah.
Always. Everybody had that shit. Holy shit. So you went, where did you go to recently? This is the last time that we were
How
on?
recently?
Was it LA? Is that where he was at?
Cool.
Sebastian.
Disneyland.
Oh, that's right.
I didn't talk about Disneyland. I feel like I did.
I thought you did too.
No. You talked to us about it after the fact.
Oh, yeah.
Because when we were done recording, he
came in. That's right.
Yeah.
So how was that?
Yeah, that was
Good time?
good.
And that was right after you were sore from walking at the beach.
I was recovered by that point, but we had gone to the beach again, a different beach, Ventura.
Ugh.
Not a lot of stairs, but enough to be annoying.
Were you cursing them out the whole time?
Yeah, it was like, you motherfuckers. I told you that I went to a fucking beach with a bunch of stairs, and here I am walking down some goddamn stairs.
Jesus
to go to
Christ.
another fucking beach.
Jesus Christ. So, on next week's episode
Of
The
our
podcast.
show, of the podcast,
wow.
That we're currently recording.
so there's this girl that we used to go to school with. She lived out here in Thousand Palms. I don't know if you'll remember her. Probably, I think by the time we hit high school, she was not really hanging around all that much. So,
Fair, she didn't really remember you either, so.
and she
it's
had,
okay.
yeah. I told her your name, and she was like, yeah, I don't know who the fuck that is. So,
She didn't say it like that.
yeah, no, but the look on her face, if I had to read it, that's what it said. She was living up in Riverside for a while. She's super creative. Really, really cool people. Well, she just moved back down here not that long ago to help her dad out and whatnot. And she's been on TikTok lately. Well, what she's done is created a new line of candies. And what she does is she takes them and she freeze dries them.
Astronaut food.
So they have a shelf life. She does it with food and all that kind of shit. She's kind of like a prepper, right? So, her food has a shelf life of like 25 years or whatever, whatnot. But I'm really interested to bring her on about this candy. So my brother works with her husband now. And so she's going to come on. It's called Chantel's Sweet Treats. If you go on to TikTok, you can find her on there. And you can see what I'm talking about when I talk about freeze dry. She's got these machines. She puts them in there. And so, you know what a peach ring is, right? Just a ring like that. It's probably about that thick. And the bottom is like a yellowish color. And then the top is like an orange. It's got like sugar sprinkled on top. You know what I'm talking about? You know what those are?
no.
You've never had a peach ring
boy.
before?
I don't think so. Maybe if I saw it, I'd recognize it, but no.
Okay, so they're really flat and small. So once she's done, and they're freeze dried, they puff up and they look almost like a Cheeto donut.
Yeah. It's a good way to put it, is a Cheeto donut.
But when you bite that fucking thing, bro, and it melts in your mouth, and the taste is amazing because
It's
when you
almost amplified.
yeah, it almost amplifies the peach in the ring. It's really really good. But she's gone on to do all these different treat, like she does Skittles, she does taffy,
Peace.
she does what is it? What are the little hard candies?
Oh, fucking big hunks.
No, big hunks are the white taffy.
Yeah.
She does those. She does watermelon taffy. She's got cinnamon taffy. What are the little hard Jolly Ranchers?
Oh,
She does Jolly Ranchers like that too, and it's crazy. It does the same shit. It kind of puffs up, and it looks like it's like a Cheeto candy, and they are so like. I'm sitting here explaining them to you, and it's not doing it any justice, but they are
You'll see.
so good. And she's going to be on next week with us so that she can talk about her candies and confections and where to find them. And again, you can find her on TikTok at Chantel's Sweet Treats, and she'll be on with us next week. She's going to bring us some in so that we can try them out live on the show. It's really, and I already told her he doesn't like anything, so don't be surprised if he says I don't like it. So she's ready for you just to not be happy with it. So
She just got to convince me. That's all.
dude, you're gonna take a bite. I think the one thing.
So hold on, if I may.
If you may
Okay,
interrupt.
Jolly Rancher, you don't bite,
No.
and so this you could bite.
Yes. Because
It takes the hard out of the hard candy.
yeah, it comes out almost like
Like a Cheeto
like
puff.
a Cheeto, yeah, like a Cheeto, like a puff, like it's
The Cheeto puff.
yeah, it's really it's weird, and it's
It is
confusing.
a weird sensation, but it's really good.
Yeah, it's confusing in your mind because you know the taste, so
know
you
what to
expect it to
expect.
be a certain way, and when it's not, you're like, wait, what's going
My
on?
mouth is confused.
Yeah, but it's super delicious, and I think you'll like it.
We hope you'll like it.
Yeah,
For fuck's
but we'll
sake.
be here. She'll be
But
here.
hold on a second, you haven't even tried it.
Yeah,
We
haven't.
Well, we've tried the peach rings.
Her peach rings.
Yeah. Yes, we
Okay.
tried those, but then we said, okay, well, then when she dropped them off, I said, well, hey, well, why don't you come be on the show next week? Blah blah blah. She says, yeah, then don't need any more of them. Try them on the air. I'll bring this. I'll bring that. I'll bring this next week. All right, cool. So she's gonna bring a bunch of stuff that way we could try it out. But she would probably know. She knows your wife and Marta too, probably. Cool people, super cool people.
She knows them probably.
Yeah, because she lived out here, but I don't remember if it was at like how young she was when she lived down here.
Okay.
So like if she was on the bus when we were doing the fucking merry-go-round, or at what point. I don't remember how old she was when she moved down here. But I'm pretty sure she knows them. But she didn't know you.
That's weird.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I think during that high school, by the time we reached high school, she was already moving around. She wasn't living here anymore, I don't think, in high school. Yeah, I think middle school was probably about, by the time she had high school, she was out of here. But you know, that's the way it works. Any final words, son?
I'm good.
Anthony?
Just a real quick funny story
Okay.
because it happened this morning.
This is
Uh-oh.
hilarious.
An old man moment.
Oh, shit. Okay.
So every morning when I wake up, I got a routine. I pack my lunch. My wife takes the dog for a walk. So I get the dog's food ready, water, in the backyard. So I was doing all this. When I do that, once in a while, like a moth or something will fly in when I open the door because it's black. It's 4:00 in the morning.
Right.
So it's dark outside, and they get attracted to the light that's inside.
So your wife wakes up when you do it for?
Yes.
Wow.
We wake up at 4.
All right.
So, so a moth flew in this morning. A little one, too. So it was in the kitchen when I was in the kitchen. And it was flying around. And so I'm trying to swing at it to try and knock it down so I can kill it. And I missed. No big deal.
Was it threatening you, Tony?
Legally, though, not.
So I have to take these pills in the morning because of my blood issue. So they're in a certain cupboard in the kitchen. So I opened the cupboard, I grabbed the pill container, and I opened it. I put the lid back on the shelf, and I was reaching I have to take 2 of them. So I was reaching for them, and they're these green pills. They look like green Skittles.
Okay.
And so I'm reaching for them, and I have 2 in my hand, and that moth came flying around again. So out of reflexes, I try to swat it with the hand that was holding this open container of pills.
Nice.
And dude, you know how it was like slow motion?
Yeah.
So
Right.
you know how like if you had a glass of water, you had to go up, and you could see it in slow motion come up and back in?
And you instantly, as soon as you swung your arm, you were like, fuck.
Yeah, dude, because in slow motion, I can see all these green Skittles just flying all over the kitchen,
I
kid.
was going to tell you, Tony. It wasn't slow motion, bro. You're fucking 51 years slow.
I was just like, I can't believe I just fucking did that.
Were you able to find them all?
Yeah, I believe so, but some fell in the sink and got wet.
Oh,
So like the green,
started coming off?
it coming off, and I was like, I'm not gonna take those now.
Okay.
What do you?
I'd have put the 2 back in the thing and pull the ones out of the sink.
It was like 6 in the sink.
You'd be good
Looks
for the
like
next
you're
couple of
taking
days.
6 this
No,
morning.
I'm not doing
Or
that.
allowed to lay them in the shelf, just let them dry out.
Again, it was like I say, it was a slow motion. I flicked it, and then all I saw were like it was almost looked like space with the stars because they were just they were just flying through the air, just like
boy.
a swarm of bees, and I was just like, like in slow motion. Oh yeah!
Fuck.
So
Okay.
that's what you got to look forward to next month, kid.
Yeah, great, right? You know what's fucking stupid now that you mention that? I called this doctor that my parents had gone to. I was like, hey, I want to come in. I want to get, a checkup. I need to get medicine for, need my blood pressure and all that stuff, blah, blah, blah. Okay, great, yeah. And then your insurance, do you have it with you? So, yeah, it's this and that. Gave her the information. She said, oh, and you're a new patient, right? Yeah. So we're not taking new patients with PPOs? I was like, wait a minute, I thought fucking the PPO was better. I thought they paid better. She said, yeah, they do, but we're taking HMO patients only. What? That makes no sense to me. Yeah, I know, me either, but that's what they want to do. So we're only taking HMO patients. So now I gotta.
Is HMO better than PPO?
No, PPO is better because PPO you can choose whatever doctor you want to go to, whether it's a specialist or whatever, and go without a referral. HMO you have to be referred for every little piece. So I was just like, what the fuck is that about? It's kind of weird.
Luckily, that's one of the responsibilities that I don't have to worry about.
Finding doctors.
Yeah, the whole medical side is my old lady.
So let's say you go to a doctor and you find a doctor you don't like. Do you go home and say, I don't like him, let's go somewhere else?
If I were to do that, I guess that's how it would go. But A, I don't go to the doctor often enough to say I don't like him. And B, I don't think I'm the type to be like, oh, I don't like this guy. It's like whatever. A doctor, let's just do this and get it over with.
As long as the doctor's got small hands, I'm good. We can go there.
My dentist, however, the lady that cleans my teeth.
Right?
Now, I've told all of them, yo, when she leaves, I'm following her, so don't fire her. Because you won't be getting in my wallet no more.
How's the whole tooth thing going, by the way? Did you get that all squared away?
No. They're supposed to do, did I say they're supposed to do deep cleanings?
Oh, yeah, you had to do that first.
I haven't gone back for that yet. They were booked up for the entire month.
Oh, okay.
And they said in August, give us a call and we'll see if there's any openings that we can fit you in.
Oh, August, yeah, will be available in October.
Of next year.
Yeah, pretty much. Gosh, there was something else that would hit me that I was going to talk about. But anyway, any
Yeah, it's my sister-in-law's birthday this Friday. Lydia. Happy birthday, Lydia.
Happy birthday, Lydia.
She's actually my children's godmother.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah, it's her birthday Friday, so we'll be celebrating that this weekend at one point.
Nice.
But other than that, that's it.
That's it, huh? All right. What was I supposed to talk about?
I don't know. I hope it's quick.
I don't know what it is. But anyways. And don't forget, this week, or this month, right? Down in the Coachella Valley Animal Campus here in Thousand Palms, they're doing free pet adoptions. So if you're looking for a pup, or maybe they have some fighting cocks there, you can go and pick you up a super chicken
One of
or a dog.
193 batch.
Yeah, right. So go down there and check out our boy Phil and get you a nice new animal. They could use the help. Take them newspapers too if you still have them. All right, thank you guys. Appreciate it. Love you. Talk to you soon.